Your crypto is not as safe as you think. This isn't a headline designed to create fear. It's a reality demonstrated by a series of critical events this week that have shaken the very foundation of digital asset security. A newly discovered vulnerability in one of the world's most popular software wallets has put millions of dollars at risk. As users panicked and fled to the perceived safety of hardware wallets, a new security report began circulating that questioned their invincibility as well. A crisis of custody is unfolding before our very eyes. This crisis forces every single one of us to ask the most important question in this space. Who or what can you really trust to protect your assets? The answer is not what you expect, and understanding it will fundamentally change how you secure your wealth forever. Stay with me as we unravel this complex and evolving threat and discover the next generation of security that the smartest money is already migrating to. Let's begin with the event that triggered this wave of panic, a zero-day exploit. This week, the cybersecurity auditing firm CertTech disclosed a critical vulnerability in the Trust Wallet browser extension, one of the most widely used multi-chain software wallets. The exploit allowed malicious DOPs to access user funds if they had ever granted a specific, seemingly harmless, contract approval related to a now-deprecated standard. Millions of users were potentially exposed, leading to a frantic scramble as the community rushed to revoke permissions and transfer their assets to new, clean wallets. This event shatters a core assumption for many users, that as long as you protect your 12-word seed phrase, your funds are safe. It's a brutal reminder that every interaction we have with a smart contract introduces a new potential attack vector into our security model. This panic created a massive, predictable rush towards what everyone believed was the ultimate safe haven, hardware wallets. But as we'll see in a moment, that safety is now being seriously questioned, creating a much bigger dilemma for every investor. First, let's look at how global governments are making the act of self-custody even more complicated. While users were battling hackers, a new regulatory threat emerged. The U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Control, or OFAC, added the crypto mixer Wasabi wallet to its specially designated nationals list. This effectively blacklists the service and all cryptocurrency addresses that have ever interacted with its CoinJoin protocol. A mixer is a tool that programmatically combines transactions from many users to obscure their origin, greatly enhancing financial privacy. Governments, however, view them as primary tools for money laundering. The consequence of this is profound. Suddenly, any funds that have ever passed through Wasabi's CoinJoin service are considered tainted. If you receive these tainted funds, even unknowingly from a legitimate transaction, and try to deposit them on a centralized exchange like Coinbase or BINANCE, your account could be frozen and your funds seized. This is a direct assault on the fungibility of crypto, the idea that one Bitcoin should be as good as any other. It proves that even if your wallet is perfectly secure from hackers, your on-chain history itself can become a liability. This regulatory pressure, combined with the security flaws in software wallets we just discussed, is creating a perfect storm, forcing the oldest and wisest investors in the space to make a dramatic change to their security setup. This brings us to one of the most fascinating on-chain signals we've seen this year, the awakening of the ancient whales. On-chain analytics firm Glassnode has reported a massive spike in the volume of dormant Bitcoin suddenly moving on the blockchain. We are talking about coins that have not moved from their original wallets in over 7 to 10 years. Coins mined when Satoshi Nakamoto may have still been active. The mainstream media might portray this as OGs finally cashing out, but the data tells a different story. The vast majority of these coins are not moving to exchanges to be sold. They are moving from old, simple, legacy wallet addresses to new, highly complex, multi-signature wallet structures. These long-term holders are not selling. They are upgrading their security. They are reacting to the growing threats from both sophisticated hackers and encroaching government surveillance. And they are moving their life-changing wealth to the next generation of custody solutions. And crucially, they are not just moving to a standard ledger or Trezor. They are upgrading to a technology that eliminates the single point of failure that has plagued crypto for years. We will explore exactly what that is right after we address the new FUD surrounding hardware wallets. For years, hardware wallets have been the gold standard for self-custody. The mantra was simple: Keep your crypto on a hardware wallet and you are safe. But that myth of invincibility was challenged this week. A French security research firm published a report detailing a theoretical vulnerability in the secure element chip used in a popular hardware wallet brand. They demonstrated that with physical access to the device and millions of dollars in highly specialized lab equipment, it was possible to glitch the chip and extract the private key. Now, to be clear, this isn't an attack that can be performed remotely over the internet. The risk to the average user is very low. However, the report's psychological impact is immense. It shatters the illusion that any single device can be a perfect, impenetrable fortress. It proves that any security setup that relies on a single point of failure, be it a single software wallet, a single hardware device, or a single seed phrase written on a piece of paper, carries an inherent, inescapable risk. This dilemma, where both software and hardware wallets have now shown potential weaknesses, is precisely why those ancient Bitcoin holders aren't just moving their coins, but are adopting a completely new security model. This leads us to the future of custody, the solution that smart money is quietly migrating to: smart contract wallets and multi-party computation, or MPC. First, smart contract wallets, like Argent and Safe. These are not standard wallets. They are powerful smart contracts on the blockchain that hold your assets. This allows for features that are impossible with traditional wallets. Imagine social recovery, where you can designate trusted friends or family members to help you recover your account if you lose your phone, completely eliminating the need for a seed phrase. Imagine setting daily transaction limits, so even if your wallet is compromised, a hacker can only drain a small, predefined amount. This is the future of retail self-custody: flexible, forgiving, and far more secure. Second, for larger holders and institutions, there is MPC, or multi-party computation. Think of it this way. Instead of having one private key stored on one device, an MPC wallet splits the key into multiple pieces or shards. You might hold one shard on your phone, one on your laptop, and a third with a secure, trusted company. To approve a transaction, 2 of the 3 shards must come together to sign it, but the full private key is never reconstructed in any single location. This completely eliminates the single point of failure. A hacker would need to compromise you across multiple devices and locations simultaneously, a near impossible task. So when we see the on-chain data of ancient whales moving their funds to complex new addresses, this is where they are going. They are moving their wealth from single-key wallets to multi-signature smart contracts and MPC custody solutions. They are diversifying not their assets, but their security. We stand at a pivotal moment in the evolution of digital ownership. The old models of custody, both software and hardware, are showing their age and their inherent vulnerabilities. A crisis of trust is forcing unnecessary evolution. The future is not about simply holding your own keys. It's about intelligently managing access to them through multiple layers of defense. The question is no longer just, not your keys, not your coins. The new, more important question is, how are your keys secured? And who shares control? The answer will define your ability to survive and thrive through the next decade in this space. If this deep dive into the future of crypto security has opened your eyes, please help this information reach others. Like this video, comment below with your current custody solution, and share this video with a friend who needs to rethink their security. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more analysis that goes beyond the headlines. Thank you for watching.